What's up, guys and gals? It's your host with the most, Griever, as always, bringing you guys the latest episode review for BLEACH, 1,000-Year Blood War Arc, episode 2, in a very poor lighting. I have to use my stage lighting right now, ladies and gentlemen. My overhead light has kicked the bucket due to a surge that happened a couple days ago, so I'm in the process of fixing that, but right now, this is the best I can do for the lighting, and trust me, I've adjusted the levels. This is the best I could come up with. I know it's not that great, but it is what it is. But anyways, let's just jump into this because honestly, this is going to be a very short review, I think. I think this will be under 10 minutes very easily, and I'll tell you why. All this is going to be is me going, yes, 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 and goddamn yes. This was a, once again, 10 out of 10 episode. What is there to complain about? They changed one to two things. They changed a couple of things. One thing they changed that I definitely enjoyed was the Uryu Ashida with Ichigo Kurosaki, the exchange there. It was done for comedic effect in the manga, but here in the bedroom when they talk about going to Wake Mundo and all that stuff, Uryu mentions and is about to say maybe our enemies are ... and that kind of idea. Kisuga Urahara shows up and all that stuff. But I do like the fact that they went away from the comedic side and showed a more serious conversation between the two. That was quite nice. It was still the same line said. It's just that Uryu was more concerned about what knowledge he may or may not have at this junction, at this point. I'm sure he is aware of what is happening. And most of us have assumed that from reading the manga, and at this point, it's nice to know that he was ready to divulge that information. It seems, anyway, at that point. So definitely a nice, subtle, but a great change. Another thing, of course, was the cinematography in this episode was absolutely amazing, by the way. But the second change, which I heard, I got spoiled on this, it was the funeral scene. For the lieutenant of the 1st Division, Chojuri, his funeral scene. People, for some reason, don't like the fact that Byakuya and Renji didn't have a conversation while this funeral was happening. They didn't like the fact that we went to silence for this moment, for this funeral, instead of talking about Bankai. What is wrong with those people? I do not understand. The moment was done better as a result because we had the music, we had the score, we had the animation, and then boom. And just see Yamamoto looking, remembering when he first kneeled and said that he would be, and we know what's coming from the manga. So the manga people are the ones complaining. They're wrong, but they're complaining, so they know what's coming. They know what this symbolizes. It was a beautiful silent moment. Have you never heard of... Does no one understand why on Remembrance Day and Veterans Day and all these other days we call it the moment of silence? Does nobody understand what a moment of silence means? Does no one understand how impactful that was? It was more impactful than Byakuya standing there while flames and sound effects and choir is going on for him to say... Chojuri used the Bankai for the first time. He achieved Bankai and never became a captain, blah, blah. They're acting as though we're still not going to get that information. They're acting as though we're not going to still understand this and get maybe an expanded scene when the time is right. And we all know when that is. So, two changes, which in my opinion, both were done extremely well. I definitely enjoyed. I thought going to silence, a moment of silence for a dead man, was the most appropriate way to handle that situation. I absolutely loved it. And the cuts between all the scenes, between the funeral and Ichigo and gang going to Wake Mundo, and then, of course, cutting in between the jailer and all his stuff, the Jay doing his crap with the... and also, the added scene, another added scene. So already we have an added scene. Like, people were asking about this. And Kubo, everyone is assuming at this point. It's basically been confirmed, but everyone's saying that 1,000-Year Blood War Arc, the anime, is going to be fixing some of the rushed and unseen things that Kubo wanted to draw, but a certain publisher wouldn't allow him to have a hiatus because he was sick as a dog. So, that is what it is. But and don't kid yourselves if you believe otherwise. But fact of the matter is that now we have an opportunity to have it done right this time around. And we already have an added scene showing. Does it add much? No. But it's a step in the right direction to show us Halle Bell was being attacked by U-Haul, what happened to Waco Mundo, the full front of all the letters, and U-Haul Bach himself was there. Like, it all works. It all works in my opinion. I thought it was an absolutely banger of an episode. The new OSTs were beautiful. The lighting on each scene was some of the best lighting I have seen in anime, period. And the animation was fire, the fight scenes, everything that I've seen, the pink aesthetic, and I finally saw, of course, episode 2. As I said, I don't get when they started doing this in anime, but episode 1, you never see the opening and ending credits. I don't know why. But episode 2, we got to see both of those. The songs are bangers. Not my favorites necessarily, but they are good. And I like the pink/manga aesthetic of the opening. The ending is very melancholy and that kind of idea, which I assumed from the 1,000-Year Blood War arc it would be. It's got a more serious tone. We got a lot of blood. We got a lot of gore. This is definitely not for the faint of heart. It's not pulling its punches like most anime censor versus the manga. The manga is always more gruesome, more brutal. In this particular instance, it seems like Bleach is not going to do that, and we are going to get every single shot of limbs and decapitations and everything just flying off. So definitely, once again, this episode to me was a worthy, absolutely banger of a follow-up to episode 1, and honestly it just flew by just like the first episode did. I've now watched 2 episodes of Bleach, finally back. Bleach is back, and it feels like I've only watched 10 minutes. Like, these were still just previews. It just goes by so quickly when you're watching it because it's so good. You just lose yourself in it. So once again, episode 2, another rating of 10 out of 10. Can't complain. But what did you guys think? Let me know what you thought of episode 2. Let me know what you thought of the opening and ending, both the animation and the songs. What did you think about the slight changes and the idea of moving scenes around to have them happen simultaneously? I felt worked extremely well, but what do you guys think? Let me know down in the comment section down below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe as always. And we will see you guys back here next time, next Monday, for episode 3 of Bleach, 1,000-Year Blood War arc. Looking forward to it. I know you guys are too. And we'll see you back here next time. Have a good one. Bye-bye.